For 37 years, I have taught in Mississippi's public school. I love teaching. Now, I'm the president of the Mississippi Association, the state's oldest education association, established in 1878. The reason we are educators is because we love to ignite the passion and love for learning in our students. Watching students blossom before our very eyes is a sight to behold. As educators, we believe that all public school students, regardless of their zip code or background, need the tools and resources necessary for their success. Some of these tools and resources include, but are not limited to, smaller class sizes that provide ample time and attention for every student in that class, up-to-date books, and enough books for each student to bring home at night and on weekends. Libraries filled with resources to open up and explore the world around them. Update computers and adequate broadband that permit students access to the resources readily available online, whether they're living in the Delta, on the coast, or in the suburbs of Meridian. Highly qualified educators in every classroom, buildings that keep out the elements, and safe buses in which to travel from home to school and back. All of these require legislative leaders to fund the state's fair share of our students' public education. Paying one's fair share is a principle educators throughout Mississippi teach their students. We ask our legislative leaders to lead by example. When it comes to public education funding, we have two additional messages. First, send every penny of classroom supply money. This year, the amount of taxes collected for classroom supplies is $36 million. The money is already in the bank. Yet, legislative leaders indicate that they intend to send only $12 million to our students in their classrooms. That is $1 out of every 3, and has already been collected and is in the bank. This is wrong. Our students need every penny of that $36 million for their classroom supplies. We ask our legislative leaders to live up to their legal responsibility and moral obligations to our students. Send every penny. Second, fix the teacher shortage so that our students have high-quality teachers in every classroom and assistant teachers that they need. Mississippi has 2 kinds of shortages, classroom teachers and assistant teachers. Everyone knows that teachers and assistant teachers are the greatest classroom assets. Each year, Mississippi school districts need to fill 3,000 classroom teaching positions. Low pay plays a significant role in the shortages of our classrooms and deprives our students of highly qualified teachers. Mississippi must become competitive with states next door who recruit the teachers we need here at home. MAE recommends, starting this year and going through the next few years, that Mississippi brings the starting salary for classroom teachers from a current $33,400 and raise it to $40,000. The high turnover rate with assistant teachers is also causing instability in our classrooms. These hard-working, critical, important educators earn $12,500 a year, the same they have earned every year since 2008. When it comes to assistant teachers, the state can begin to stabilize the turnover rate in our students' classroom. Let's start to stabilize our students' classroom by increasing assistant teacher pay by $1,000 this year. We ask our leaders to hold public hearings and be transparent in dealing with public education funding. As educators, we teach our students about our nation's government's transparency and democracy. We ask our state leaders to demonstrate to all Mississippi students, K through 12, community college and university, that what they learn in civics classes or American Government 101 is alive and well in these halls of Jackson, Mississippi.
What I wanted to ask Pastor to do was you mentioned classroom sizes, and I know that we looked at some of the charter schools and we know that the numbers that they have in their room. What is the average number of students that our teachers have in the classroom?
I cannot give you a specific number average for our students, but I can tell you that we do have some classrooms in our state that have up to 35 students in a classroom, and some of those are kindergarten classrooms.
So what would you recommend the number be? Do you have any?
I would recommend 25 students a classroom, especially in the lower grades, no more than 25. In a kindergarten class, first grade, second grade, no more.
I asked that because the places I've gone, charter schools have 14 or less. So,
it is proven that the smaller the classroom size, the more attention an individual student gets. So the smaller the classroom, the better the students will achieve, because the teacher has time to spend with them.
One more question, gentleman from Scott. Ma'am, just to piggyback off of the lady of mine was asking just a second ago. So your opinion is that if one of the arguments that we had on the House floor earlier this year was that the size of the charter school versus the size of the public school has to do with the outcome of the children. And I can speak, for example, I have one school in my district that has, they average about 15 children in a classroom, and their graduation rate is about 95%. And then you look at some of these other classrooms that there are about 30 kids in them, and you know that number drops tremendously. Now, what could we do as a legislator, in your personal opinion, in your educational opinion, to make public schools have the same things as the charter schools have? If it's the number, you know, the lower number, don't you think maybe if we put that same emphasis into the public schools, that's the answer, that might help?
That is the answer, sir, that we're looking for. We want our students to have smaller classroom sizes. That's what in every presentation I make, I talk about smaller classroom sizes. We have to get our public schools students in those smaller classrooms in order for them to achieve what they need to achieve.
So in your professional opinion, that if our public schools had the smaller classroom size, just like these private charter schools have, that we would have the same results, if not better, in the long run?
Sir, I've been teaching in Mississippi for 37 years, and I can tell you for sure that if we had smaller classrooms like those private charter schools have, our students, no matter where they are in this state, would achieve.
Now, one more follow-up question. So, whose fault do you think it is that, what is the biggest barrier that's keeping us from having that smaller number of schools in the public school? What do you think who do you think is failing the children in Mississippi? Is it the teachers or is it the legislators?
37 years of teaching in public schools in Mississippi, I can tell you it is not our teachers. It is our lawmakers who are funding our schools, underfunding our schools, and making it practically impossible for our teachers to have those small classrooms and have the resources that our students need all the way across the state in every district.
So if we put our money where our mouth is, we got enough to be concerned. We appreciate that.